Hello friends, Tara here for Feed the Right Wolf today, and I want to ask you a question, and that is, what leads you to return over and over to behaviors that you know are not serving you, to things that are making you miserable and keeping you from an unfulfilled life? That's a good question for a lot of us, right? For me, it's a great question to be asking multiple times throughout the week. I might not be returning to highly destructive behaviors I had in the past, but often I sense this resistance within myself to doing things that I know, committing to actions that I know are going to lead me to a more fulfilled life. And I have to be real with you, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. And it doesn't matter that I've been on this journey for a little while. Not very long compared to others. I was 38 years old before I started a journey to a fulfilled life and to where I really cared about changing and really desperately needed and wanted to change. And now I'm 41, but in those 3 years, it just seems like so many wonderful things have happened, and I'm so inspired on a daily basis by the stories of other people. I'm inspired by the changes that have happened in my own life. I'm inspired by the work I do with people daily to help them break free of porn and sex addiction and other compulsive behaviors. But still, there is this inward resistance at times, and I find myself asking this question: why do I resist doing things that I know will lead me to a fulfilled life? Why am I doing something that makes me miserable or that will eventually derail the goals and the passions and things I have in my life? I have to ask myself that when I'm staying up late and I don't want to go to bed when I know I need to. And I know I need that rejuvenating. I know I need it so I can get up the next morning and I can do the things I love. And I can love, most importantly, the people around me who are important to me. I feel this resistance so many times when I know I need to go to the weight room and hit the weights hard and heavy and sweat and get rid of the stress and the angst so I can come out of there rejuvenated and stronger and looking better and feeling better mentally and physically in the long run. I feel this resistance when sometimes I just want to escape the things I know I need to do for my career, things that might be a little hard for me, things I don't really know a lot about. For those that know me, I'm kind of a tech deficient person, so I'll feel that resistance a lot of times when I know I need to learn something new. So I don't know what it is for you. I'm assuming since you're here watching this video, it's some kind of compulsive behavior, something you just can't stop doing. And I'm assuming it's most likely pornography or sexually related. But I don't want to make that assumption all the time, because we help people who have other compulsive behaviors. Maybe you're a compulsive shopper. Maybe you can't stop watching Netflix, okay? And it's derailing your life. We chuckle about these things, and we tend to be really serious about the sexual stuff, and sex is serious. Sex is powerful, and it's not something to be taken lightly. Yet at the same time, we downplay other things in our lives that can really derail us. So I just want to point out some of those things that we work with people about. But I wanted to share with you really quickly 3 questions I ask myself when I start to really derail from my life, when I start to sense this resistance coming up, trying to pull me off the path to a fulfilling life, trying to pull me off the course I have already set in my mind. And here's those questions, and I hope they're helpful to you. The first one is, am I avoiding or accepting? You know, so much of our lives we spend avoiding. We spend avoiding discomfort. We spend avoiding serious pain and serious wounds that need healing. So am I avoiding some kind of pain? Because typically when I avoid pain, that's what leads me back to old behaviors, to staying up late, to eating crappy food, to never exercising, to being tempted to make sexuality something to numb and cope and escape in life versus a way to connect or to energize me. So am I avoiding or am I accepting? As soon as we start accepting that there's some discomfort in life, moment to moment, there is always discomfort. If you start to develop an awareness, there is always some sort of discomfort or discontent waiting there for you to latch onto it. So this is a really important thing to be aware of in your life, and to be aware of that everyone experiences it. I have no doubt that the most successful person in your mind or in my mind struggles daily. And I also have no doubt that that person has learned to lean into the struggle and to face it and to be okay with struggling and to say, this is part of my life. Yes, there's the joys and there's the highs, right? The highs that we're seeking constantly when we're craving pornography or we're craving to read erotic novels constantly and obsessively, when we're craving to escape through Netflix, when we want to hit the bottle. Because there's that high that comes with it. And of course, then the incredible lows, as we know. So even with the behaviors we're having, we need to recognize that we're not avoiding the lows. We're just making them lower. We're just robbing ourselves of a chance to have a fulfilled life. So we're going to experience pain. Am I avoiding or am I accepting? The second question I ask myself, am I running or am I responding? Sometimes we just simply run from our problems. We don't even try to mask or hide that we don't want to deal with the pain. We're just kind of like, I'm not dealing with this and I shouldn't have to do this right now. And I'm just done with this relationship and on and on. I've been in those places where I've just been like, I would just rather walk away than deal with this. Heck, forget walking. I'm going to run. I'm going to run out of here as fast as I can because my life shouldn't be about this. So we have all these expectations that life is going to be some romanticized version for us. And we want to run from that. We run from it because we don't know how to respond. So am I running or am I responding? And a lot of times what needs to happen is that we just need to sit down and think, what would be a better response? What might get me to a place to get the results that I need out of this situation or this relationship? What might get me closer to my goal in this area? Even if it's not perfect, what might help me? And a lot of times there is some perfectionism there. It's the defeated perfectionist, not a true perfectionist. I know I heard Brendon Burchard say once that a perfectionist wants to do something over and over again till they get it perfected. That's a true perfectionist. So if you're running, yet you have these high expectations, you're probably a defeated perfectionist, a person who feels that it's never going to be like I want it to be. So I'm just going to get the heck out of here. And the third question I ask myself is, am I dwelling in despair right now? Am I allowing despair to overtake my life? Or am I focusing on direction? Despair is a powerful thing. Hope is important. We have to maintain our hope that our lives can be better. And how do we do that? We do that by clarifying our direction. Where do we actually want to go? Because if you don't know where you want to go, it's so much easier to be in despair and to just feel like you're wandering in the desert. That you're stuck there with no way of escape. And that your life is miserable and you've lost all hope because you've lost direction. You don't even know where you're going anymore. And so it's vitally important to sit down and get it on paper. Where am I going? What's my target? What am I aiming for? And then what actions do I need to take? So that's really the key to overcoming this, is the action piece. Taking small, deliberate actions in areas of your life that have been derailed daily. And if daily seems too big, then break it down to hourly. Think, what am I going to do this hour that needs to happen for my life to move forward? Maybe I just need to get out of bed. Maybe I just need to cancel my Netflix account right now. Cancel it and decide what I'm going to do next after I do that. Maybe I just need to drink a glass of water. I was recognizing this morning when I got up that I haven't drank anything. I've drank a half a glass of water this morning and I'm feeling really fatigued right now. We just need to start being in tune with what we need in the moment a lot of times, as well as getting the overall vision, yes, the long-term direction, what we want to do with our lives in place, but we can't forget the little things. We can't forget the things that truly matter. So I just want to encourage you today that if you're in a place where you're asking yourself this question, you're saying, why do I keep leading this life of misery? Why do I keep returning to the pig pen and wallowing in the mud? Why do I keep allowing these things to trample on the precious things in my life, to trample on what matters to me, to overtake my life? Why am I being controlled by these things? I just want to encourage you that action is the way out of it. And you can really clarify what actions you need to take by asking yourself, am I staying in despair or am I seeking direction? Am I avoiding or am I accepting? Am I running or am I responding? Thank you for watching this morning. And again, I'm sorry about Facebook Live this morning. It was supposed to happen at 9 and it didn't happen. But I'm hoping that you will get something out of this video. I'm hoping you'll be encouraged. I'm hoping that you will start taking deliberate action today. Start responding to your life instead of just reacting. And I'm hoping that you'll watch this and you'll feel this sense that I can do this, that other people have made their way out of this and I can too. Get support. Get support. If doing just the tiniest, smallest actions are hard for you, get support, because we grow in community best. And we sustain new habits and develop new habits best in community. I just realized my notes are in the video, but I'm not reshooting this. I've already done several takes, and so I hope that this will be helpful to you today. Thanks for listening. Please put your comments below. I would love to see your comments and respond to your questions and engage in conversation with you about this topic.